Hi, it's Sophia the therapist, and today I want to talk to you about ministry and how God creates ministries and how He places us in the position to have ministries. So I know a lot of people are looking for your purpose. What's my purpose here? Why was I born? What am I to do for the Lord? What is my calling? And that's a good question. And I hope that you will be intentional about praying about that every day. But one of the things that you can do is look in your life. Think about your life and the things that you have been through. You know, our tests should be creating our testimonies. And out of our testimonies, many times will come a ministry. So if you've been through things like, I lost my father at 2 years old. My father died at 2 years old. My mother raised us, and then she died when I was 21. So I know a lot about being raised without a father. So that's a part of my ministry. I definitely can minister to people who have been raised without their father. I know a lot about having to live your life from a young age without your mother. I know a lot about that. So I can minister to people who have lost their mothers at a young age. I know a lot about grieving. I had a lot of people who were close to me to die. A lot. Parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, cousins, good friends, close friends, best friends. I know a lot about death and loss. And as a result, I can minister to people about death, loss, and grieving. So look through your life and pray about the things that you've been through. And ask God if your ministry is in any of those. I have testimonies. Things God has brought me through, kept me through. Even when I was doing stuff that I wasn't supposed to do, He kept me through that. I know a lot of stuff about how you get out of tough situations when you are outside of the will of God. And I can help people with that. And as a result, all of that led to me being called to counsel. And many of you are probably called to counsel or to head ministries. A lot of my former clients have started their own ministries, thank God. They're ministering to women all over the country. You may be called to do that too, in your own way, right? So your ministry might be ministering to women who have had miscarriages, ministering to women who struggle with infertility, ministering to men who were raised without their fathers, ministering to children who are struggling with communicating with their parents, ministering to young adults who are on their own, who might have aged out of foster care, and they're on their own at a young age. Your life is preparing you for your ministry. Does that make sense to you? So God certainly will show it to you, but you have to sometimes be open to it. Open to doing what God has called you to do. If you always wanted to be a mother, but you have passed the age of being able to bear your own children, or you don't have a husband, He may be calling you to be a foster parent. He put the desire to be a mother in you, but He didn't give you the actual biological children. But there are a lot of children who need to be mothered, who desperately need mothering and fathering. If you're a man, he gave you a desire to be a father, but you don't have any biological children. There are a whole lot of children who need fathers. It's going to require something of you. So don't let me trip you up. Don't let me trick you. Whatever you're called to do, whatever your ministry is, whatever your purpose, it's going to require a lot of effort and sacrifice on your part. But it'll be worth it. You're going to have to give more than you've ever given. You have to do without a lot of things that you really would like to do. You may have to wake up early in the morning or stay up late at night or work 6 or 7 days a week, 8 or 10 hours a day like I did. But it's worth it because you're living in your purpose. For those of you who really are seeking God about your purpose, look through your life. Look at the things that you desire in your heart. And ask God if you are to step out on faith and do any of those things that you feel in your heart. Things that you missed, that you really want. Ask God if that's what you're supposed to do. And then you have to do it. It's scary. It is. Sometimes it's scary. You know, I had to start my practice Christian talk therapy. I had to pay rent, sign a lease, print business cards, and start marketing without one client. No clients, no money coming in. I had to work extra to pay the bill on my office because it took a while before I was able to cover my rent. It was a sacrifice. I couldn't do a lot of things that my friends did. I couldn't go out a lot more like they did. I couldn't spend my money the way they did, and couldn't do it over the years. I couldn't afford a lot of things because a lot of times I had to pay the rent out of my job money, my income from my positions at the work I was doing. So it may take a while for your ministry to kick off, but don't give up. So, you know, I've started Mantle Movement, mantlemovement.com for men, and it's going to take a while for me to build that. I've done it before, so I don't think it'll take as long, but I know God has called me to minister to men, and I'm going to do it, whatever it costs, because it's so important, and it's my job, it's my purpose, it's my calling. So mantlemovement.com is the next thing. Find your purpose. Pray about it. Think about it. And be willing to do what it takes to do your purpose. Okay? That's good. Bye.